G'day everyone, today is Monday the 21st of July and we have weekly nerd news number 656. Anyway, hopefully the audio is coming through alright. I actually have a new background now. Yay! Hopefully the looks a bit better. Alrighty, so moving on to our first bit of news today, we have Darksiders is getting ported over to Linux. So Darksiders will soon be released on Steam OS and native Linux client. So that means there's some pretty good games coming on Steam OS, and people should consider getting a Steam OS box instead of a console. And of course, the brand name Steam OS boxes are still coming out next year. Alrighty, so I'm going to test something out new. I'm going to show you guys some new trailers. I have the new Rainbow Six, the new Arma 3 content, and Doom. Doom has been announced at QuakeCon, so we'll just slide those through, give you guys a quick look. Alrighty, so first up we have Rainbow Six. Woohoo! Hopefully they can redeem themselves, them being Ubisoft, from the failed Ghost Recon Future Soldier, which had appalling shithouse networking. Alrighty, so I'm going to just turn off a few things here and just make it a little bit easier for you guys to see the film clip. And away we go.
Primary perimeter has been barricaded. Reinforcing the wall. Be ready. We only have a few seconds.
Come on, come on. Breach it, breach it, breach it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bam! Go, 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 go. Come on, come on, go. Run, 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 run. Breach it, breach it. Ready, and Jersey fall. What? Run, 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 come on, go hostage, go hostage, go, go, go! Well, there you have it. Lots of action, lots of shotguns, lots of explosions! Woohoo! Alrighty, next trailer is Doom.
We were standing on the edge of discovery. A powerful technology with infinite possibilities.
Ooh, scary.
Instead, we let them in. Fused in an unholy union of flesh and metal. Now this brave new world has gone to hell.
Boss. Alrighty, so next one is the Arma 3 free DLC called Boot Camp. So Boot Camp now works in single player and multiplayer. And do the chopper.
When you're ready, put some rounds down range.
Some rounds down there.
Over. Not good.
does anyone think that looks like the Ghost Recon Future Soldier room, but better? You'd be right. Fire! And there we go, that's our 3 trailers for today. Hope you guys like that. Something a bit different. Alrighty, so back to the normal news. So what else have we got to talk about today? Amazon have released a trailer for their first phone they've released, called the Fire Phone. It's not too bad, a bit gimmicky. I'll just chuck an image up now for that. I'm just recording this live to see how I go. So it may be a bit slower than the usual pre-recorded stuff. So they reckon it's pretty good. A lot of people are worrying about all the stuff that comes with it because it does track a lot of stuff. So I'll see if I can find a good in-depth review if someone's done one, and we'll check it out more. But so far it looks alright. It's just the privacy stuff is a bit to worry about. Moving on, Firefox has released a OS for mobile phones. Now they're targeting this customized version on mobile phones to some different regions. They're saying Croatia, is it Czech Republic, Germany, France, Taiwan, India, Asia. So all sorts of different regions getting cheaper phones, which is good. Cyberlink has the people that make Power DVD and Power Director have released a new suite, and I'll see if I can just open this up for you at the moment. It's called Cyberlink Media Suite 12. And they're saying it adds H.265 content, it does 4K video, it's 130 US, includes a whole truckload of stuff. See if we can find a little picture. Hopefully it comes up. And unfortunately, the site that I'm using here doesn't give me a good picture. Anyway, I'm sure it's on the Cyberlink website if you guys want to suss it out. Alright, moving on. What else do we have today? VirtualBox. VirtualBox is a pretty cool little program. If you guys haven't heard of VirtualBox before, what it does is let you run an operating system within an operating system. So that might sound a bit confusing, but why would you want to do it, and how would you do it? Well, it assigns part of your hard drive as a file. So say like 30 gig. There we go. And let's have a look at the picture. Alright, so the benefit of it is, like, if you download Linux or you want to run Android, you can actually run Android inside of Windows. Or you can run like a copy of Linux, so you want to suss it out, you don't want to actually format your hard drive, you can test it out. You can also run different versions of Windows, so if you're running Windows 7 and you want to try Windows 8, you can within this virtual environment, so you don't actually have to format everything and totally reinstall. Let's have a look. What else have they done? They've added Blu-ray support. They've added Mac hosts, squashed more bugs, NAT issues, CD-ROM issues, 3D support, USB performance fixes. So yeah, if you ever want to try an operating system within an operating system, it's free and it's open source, so it might be worth sussing out. Alrighty, TV Adversity Media Server has a new version out called version 3.0, and it's free, but it's not as good as the old versions. But the one thing they're saying with this new version is, besides supporting the PS3 and Xbox 360, it now supports the Roku, is it ROKU media player, and the Chromecast. Now, I used to use this program, but I've moved over to Plex. I found Plex just easier, even though the one downfall of Plex was it chews up so much hard drive space. It seems to want to make a fucking screenshot of everything you've got on your hard drive. Anyway, the website is this one here. So you can go there, tvversity.com, go grab it for free. Especially good if you have one of those Chromecast gizmos. Alrighty, what else do we have to talk about today? Oh yeah, I spotted on Amazon a really cheap video card. Now, if you're over in America, this might be ideal. I'm just going to throw it up. Okay, so it's an MSI video card, but it's a 270X and it's ITX edition. Now you might just say, what's ITX? Well, my computer case is an ITX one and it's really tiny. With it, I'll see if I can actually move this thing without. We'll see if you can see the video card down there. The motherboard comes to here, and to there is where the graphics card is. So having that extra bit, however much that is, will add airflow, allow you to plug in hard drives, be a lot better case wise, especially if you have one of those small little tiny cases. And the price of this, it's cheap. Like, these things go from like 240, 270 in Australia, and it, like, even if you convert this with this coupon, then add shipping to Australia, comes to about 200 Australian dollars. If you're over in America, definitely buy this card. This is a sub $200 card. Well, a card coming out usually $200 ish for USA, and it's sub $200 price now. You'd be crazy not to get it. It's similar to the 260 video card prices. So yeah, if you're looking for a cheap, good card, this looks like a good little card to upgrade. Moving on. Alright, so there's been a little bit of news about this NVIDIA Shield, and it looks like it's finally gaining some appearance now. So I'll just bring up the picture for everyone to see now. So the Shield tablet is sort of like an Android and an iPad and all that sort of shit, but it's made by NVIDIA and it's designed for gaming. It looks alright, and apparently you can do streaming stuff and whatnot, and possibly even run Android stuff. It's got a 7.9 inch screen. It runs 16 gig of RAM on storage, 2 gig of normal RAM, and a 7 megapixels. Several websites have been reporting about this card lately. Not card, tablet. So hopefully we'll get to see it soon. No doubt it'll be more in Australia, but that might be a good alternative from the PSPs and buying a console. I recently, out of a personal note, did a video, and I'll see if I can just launch that up to show you guys. This is probably one of my best Battlefield 4 videos I've done recently. Let me just quickly... Now, I've called this "Americans Are Stealing Our Dim Sims." Now, some people may be offended by this video, but it was very, very fun. Unfortunately, this thing is deciding. Here we go. Alright. So I'm just going to mute it and quickly run through. This is one of the new DLC levels. We had a hoot. I'll chuck up the link for you guys to have a look. But yeah, so far the DLC has been probably, and that's Dragon's Teeth, has been the best DLC ever that they've brought out for Battlefield 4. It is worth getting Season Pass if you can get it cheap. Now, you can get it cheap by grabbing it through the Mexico VPN. That looks way too big. Rightio, so that's the link for it. Yeah, so it gets really good at the end. We've got some really good gameplay, but unfortunately I missed out on the last 15 minutes because the game fucking crashed on me, which was really disappointing because it was getting quite good towards the end. Lots of action, lots of silly banter, and yeah, recommend go checking that video out. I had a friend of mine, Mick, go create a custom thumbnail. A big shout out for him. I will be doing YouTube shout outs for several people soon. I just have to work out how often and a good system to do it, but I've already got a few people roughly that I want to give a shout out to. Alrighty, so we're moving on from that one. Okay, so I've got some other news. There's a new company called Reloaded Studios. Now, these guys are ex-Infinity Ward people. And you might go, hang on, isn't that how Titanfall Studios was formed? And it's like, well, yeah. It's exactly how the mob that made Titanfall was produced. So it seems like even more people are annoyed with Call of Duty, Activision, and the whole AAA concept, and forming their own studio. So I wonder if any of the original people are there. What do you guys think? Is it a good idea, or these original programmers leave and start up their own thing? Would you support a crowdfunded or smaller budget company over the large companies like Blizzard and EA and all those sort of ones? Myself, I like games like Bugbear's new car game, Orcs Must Die, Star Citizen. They may not be multi-million, billion-dollar companies like the big ones, but they sort of focus on the games more. I found. But yeah, feel free to comment, disagree with me. I'll just put up a quick image of what these guys have on their website. They do seem to mention a bit of stuff about Oculus Rift. That's the one thing I don't like. A lot of these companies are going, yeah, we'll do Oculus Rift, we'll do Oculus Rift. No one's putting Track IR or the voice attack or the free Track IR. They're all just focusing on one thing, which is the Oculus Rift, which got fucking billions of dollars when Facebook bought it out and they screwed over all the backers. Anyway, sub-rant. I'm going off topic here. Okay. Talking about Oculus Rift, they're apparently clamping down on people that are selling second-hand units. So I'll just bring up a pretty pic of what the Oculus Rift looks like, if no one's seen one. There we go. Alright, so they're saying they're clamping down on just eBay Rift reselling. They're stopping shipments to people doing auctions. It officially costs $350 to pre-order one. The Rift DK2 is coming out. Apparently one of them was on eBay for $5,000. Yeah, it sounds like they're just scamming people that tried to get in and couldn't. Alrighty, so moving on from that, we have a bit of Star Citizen news. Star Citizen, my favourite game that still isn't out and properly playable, reached 48 million the other day, so that was pretty good. If you guys haven't heard about Star Citizen, you must have been living under a rock, and you should check out some of my videos. And I'll just make this a little bit smaller. And a little bit smaller again. Okay, so this is one of the new rooms that they're developing. There we go, and it's got the Avenger, the police variant. And off in the distance, I'm not sure if you can see it, but up the top right, they've got the Cutlass picture. So let's see if we can make that a bit more apparent. And it's got Explore, and they've just released a bit of info on a video the other day saying that they are going to do variants of the Cutlass, and the Constellation variants aren't too far away. They've also said that they're working on the multiplayer system, trying to fix that up. I'll just show you guys another picture. They're putting in a lot of, so much detail into this game. They might be trying to chew on too much they can do, I think, at times. This is just a trading place. It's just crazy how well it looks. They're saying version 1.0, and we're currently in 0.8. So version 1 will support AU and EU servers for the multiplayer. So that's pretty good. Alrighty, so moving on. Torchlight 2 and Torchlight 1 are apparently rumored to support Linux. So this is again, more games are supporting Steam OS, and this is why I'd recommend getting a Steam OS box over a console. If you're going to spend that money and you want a box, in the lounge room connected to a TV, you'd be better off buying a real computer than one of these new AMD FM2 systems that are pretty limited. The difference between Torchlight 1 and Torchlight 2, pretty sure from memory, Torchlight 1 never had multiplayer and co-op. So I would recommend getting Torchlight 2. If anyone's played Diablo 1, 2 or 3, this Torchlight 2 game is similar to Diablo 2. Also, if you want to try an RPG Diablo 2 game for free and don't want to spend any money, go check out Path of Exile. Path of Exile is still being updated. I think recently they had a patch. There's nothing wrong with it, just I didn't have enough friends playing it at the time it came out, so I just moved on to other games, but it's still apparently being supported. I think they've got a New Zealand server off the top of my head. So yeah, it's definitely a game to check out if you like the RPG sort of thing. It's on Steam too. If you're looking into where to grab it, just load up Steam, and I'm pretty sure it's only Windows. So maybe that's another one they should put on Steam OS. Alrighty. Amazon recently leaked some information on a banner they had, and they briefly touched on this on that ad for their mobile phone, that they're going to do an ebook subscription service, and the picture is really big. Let's see if we can make that a little bit smaller. Okay, so this whole service is called Kindle Unlimited, and Kindle, of course, is their tablet like a iPad or whatever else is going. And yeah, I'm guessing you spend a bit of money each month. Let's have a look. Program accessible to 60k titles. Cost members $10 US a month. So I'm guessing you get unlimited books for $10 a month. So if you're a huge reader, hey, it might be worth sussing out. Alrighty, what else have we got? Oh yes, new game came out called Magic 2015. Now this is Magic the Gathering, and it's a card game. So it came out recently in the last week. There's been a few reviews for it, and they've got a free demo on Steam. So if you like Magic the Gathering, if you like card games, go check that out. And there's a little screenshot of what it looks like. So yeah, definitely go grab a demo. It's good that companies are still supporting demos in this day and age. There's been a leak of a picture for the new start menu. Now, if this is a real start menu or not for Windows 9, the next OS is still to be verified. But it's looking like, and I'll just make me a little bit smaller and make this picture a bit bigger so you guys can see. But it looks like a lot better interface than Windows 8, that's for sure. So at the moment I'm happy with Windows 7, and is there really a benefit upgrading to Windows 9? I mean, what game is going to come out and says I need Windows 9? I mean, if you bought a computer and when Windows 9 comes out and it's like, oh, I can't get 7 anymore, shops refuse to sell it, there's Windows 8 or the Windows 9, I would say go Windows 9, just for the fact that it's probably Windows 8 fixed with Windows 9 bugs, but with the start menu. and it seems to look a little bit better. So they're referring to this build as 9788. So that's looking promising. Oh, here we go. Some other news about that NVIDIA Shield. I've just found another news story here. I've got so many tabs, it is not funny at the moment. Alrighty, so we will just load up this other picture. Okay, so they're saying that NVIDIA Shield has a $60 controller, comes in two models, 16 gig and 32 gig. It comes with a shield cover, which is extra for $40. To buy the 16 gig version with Wi-Fi is US $300. So expect $450 for us, since you know you got to slap on the AU tax. 5 megapixels front and rear camera, dual speakers, 10 hours of video playback, have its own wireless cover. Available on the 22nd of July in the USA. Available in Europe sometime in August. Yeah, $250. It actually looks alright. The problem is if you have to spend more money for the controller, so that's 300. What's that? 350. You know, you spend money on the Shield. That's what's that? You know, it's getting close on 400. You spend that much money, and you might as well get a fucking you know, system in the lounge room, or a Chromebook, or a Windows notebook. You know, it's getting a bit expensive when you have to tack on all these bloody extra stuff. Alrighty, just throwing up my new picture here. 1 second, everyone. Just while I do that, does this new format look alright, or should I go back to the pre-recorded one that takes me fucking 2 hours, or something else? Please try to be constructive on your feedback to make my videos better. Just don't say it's shit, say how I could improve it. Right, so some UK companies are trying to do an anti-piracy company campaign over in the UK. They're trying to block 21 websites. You know, more companies around the world are getting asked to block the Pirate Bay. Yeah, apparently the Pirate Bay is the US number one site in the US for traffic. So that says a lot. I think it says a lot to the industry. They're pumping in millions and millions of dollars around the world to cockblock everyone to get media, instead of actually looking at the problem and fixing it and addressing it as a global issue. You know, stop pumping in all the money. Let's just go, why are people pirating? You know, is it money? Probably not. You know, for me, I know it's like ads. We want it all the same time. We don't want it aired in the wrong fucking order. You know, the list goes on and on and on. You know, it's just annoying that this problem has existed for about 12 years that I know of, and they're still not addressing it. Alrighty, I might skip a few other things I've found. Alright, Carmageddon is bringing out a new version of their early access, what they call it, Steam Early Access, so they're updating that at the moment. I haven't actually backed the game. I've backed Bugbear's new card game instead. The Crew. Oh, here we go. This is good news for everyone. The Crew has a beta. Everyone can go to this link, which I'll put in. And they're all probably thinking, well, that is big. But you probably only have to go to thecrew-game.ubi.com. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, just go there. And they're saying from Monday 21st of July to Friday 25th of July you can get PC closed beta. So that'll be worth sussing out for sure. Alrighty, moving on. Alright, Elite Dangerous has released some 4K screenshots. I haven't bothered backing this game or even downloading dodgy copy for the fact that, it costs $250 Australian just to get the fucking beta. That's just far too much for a early access game. It's just crazy. I'm surprised they've raised as much money as they have. Sure, the game looks good. It's, it seems further along than Star Citizen, but at $250, that is just a lot of money. So yeah, I would not recommend getting Elite Dangerous at this time because it's such high price. Maybe if they release it for $50, it might be. Leave in the comments below, has anyone actually backed this and have they played it? It just doesn't seem to have the scope of Star Citizen skill. Alrighty, so moving on from bitching about that, the Kerbal Space Program. Has anyone actually played that one? They've just released a new patch, so it added 64-bit supports, new missions, and yeah, it's 0.24. Apparently offers performance stability, and issues with a lot of mods have been fixed. Apparently, another space game I haven't really bothered with. Some other news: Quake Live is finally coming to Steam. Now, Quake Live came out, it's probably 1 or 2 years ago now. It's been around a while, but I don't think anyone actually really got into it heavily. It was browser based, and I always seem to avoid browser based games a lot. I don't really like them. Now I'm just trying to find where this screenshot is. Here we go. Righty, so Quake Live. What are they saying here? Play the game and update the game through Steam. And it's free to play. There's servers for it. Yeah. Also, a lot of the id Software and Bohemian software was on sale recently. I know some people went out and bought Wolfenstein. I wouldn't recommend buying the new Wolfenstein. I found it shit. But 50 to 75% off, you might want to get it. I know they had Elder Scrolls was going for, I think, US 30 just for the client, and then you've got to pay each month again, and then you've got to put up with lag because there's no Asia or IU servers. So that's another one. Has anyone actually played Elder Scrolls? I mean, it seemed to come out with, when it was coming out, heaps and heaps of hype, and they were saying it's going to be the best thing since sliced bread, and it was going to be better than the previous game, and then nothing, hardly anyone playing it that I talked to. If you get the US $30 package, apparently you get 1 month free, so that's pretty good. And I think I'm almost running out of news here. Oh, one important thing that I saw the other day was Catch of the Day. They're one of these deal websites. They got caught the other day. It took them 3 years to release information that their website got compromised. 3 years ago, all the credit card and passwords and user infos were all got, hacked into off their website for 3 years, and they didn't bother telling anyone. So I'm recommending not using Catch of the Day ever. If you want deals, go to Amazon and OzBargain. OzBargain is great. Everyone puts in their, where they find the deals and whatnot. But I wouldn't trust this bloody Catch of the Day website with 30-foot pole. Alrighty, moving on from that. I'm just closing down Windows as I go here. I came across a game the other day called Heroes and Generals on Steam. It is a free-to-play first-person shooter with RTS component. Now, there was another game like that. It was a first-person shooter, but it was more third than first, and it had RTS. And that was Savage. And then they brought out Savage 2. And, that was ages ago now that came out. So I'll just find you guys a screenshot and I'll throw that up. Now, I haven't actually downloaded this game, so I can't tell you if it's good or if it's bad, but if anyone's actually looking for a free game and it's all like Battlefield or the old proper Call of Duty that was about World War II, maybe it's worth checking out. I don't know. I just came across it and thought I would tell you guys it exists. From any other free game that is definitely worth playing would be Robocraft. I've been playing that lately. I've got some video up and it's great. Anyway, I think I've talked about the news enough. This is just a quick little video to get some video up. Thank you for everyone keeping with my channel, putting up with my late videos. Hopefully once I've got a good layout and everyone's happy with it, I can just start pumping out videos more. And yeah, if anyone ever has a game request that they want to see a bit of footage, let me know. Later tonight I'll be putting up my first impressions of a game called The Forest. A subscriber requested it, and so I will be doing that. It is not my style of game. It is one of these sandbox survival horror type games, but I will be doing it for this person. I've got a few other games that I will quickly have a look what I've got to review. Let's have a look. I've got The Forest, Crimson Clover, Road Redemption I've already reviewed, Sniper Elite 3 I've already done that, Strider, Mercenary Kings, yes, I'll have to do Mercenary Kings. Crimson Clover looks like a good game. I'll end up doing a Let's Pew Pew full length review of that. It is a game that reminded me of Raptor. Now Raptor was like a Space Invaders games back in the day, so I'll be doing that, and I think I'll finish up here because I'll be ranting all day. Please go check out my Battlefield videos for Dragon's Teeth if you guys haven't checked out the DLC yet, and have a great day and thank you for watching. Alrighty, bye.